Welcome back, everyone. We are streaming early again. I'm just trying to get the stream link here as usual, and then we're good to go. There we go. Right, so we'll just share this out now, and away we go. There we go. Okay. Right, and away we go. So, I'm gonna be doing this bit of Waterfall at the moment, which is one of the giant walls, and I'm going to try and merge it in with everything else. The idea is, it's the bit where Undyne chases you and throws the spears at you. I'm just trying to camouflage it in with certain elements here, so I need to really grab these top bits of mesh here, and we'll see about dragging those up into the ceiling, because then this kind of blocks off this area pretty nicely, and then I can manipulate it. How many lines do we have going through here? The problem is, with this face being so close, it ends up running into a couple of things. Oh, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, maybe 20. So if I do like 20 up here, loop cut. Let's see, loop cut and slide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That should hopefully allow me to bridge those around the back. And then we only really need to worry about the other stuff. So if I take this and these, and we just do this. What I can then do is bridge all of these together, which should seal in the back there. Oh, come on now. Again, that problem where I'm trying to do this, and the area is a little bit tight. There we go, so that should seal in everything. And then I can hopefully knock these through. And then we get this really cool area. Essentially, this is gonna, when you look at this in first person, this is gonna be massive. This comes from the other area, right? And we come out into here. We're gonna have the pier here that's got the extra bit on it for the guy that helps you go over to the other side real fast, like fast travel. Then we've got enough room on the pier for the story bits, and then we're gonna stand like down here and get carried across here. And this is where Undyne's gonna come in and chase us. But this bit is gonna make more sense because I'm gonna have it be like a minecart section. So we're gonna have it go to like here and have that be like broken off a little bit like this area. And the idea being that then we can have the minecart track go around here, in through here, and then come out here, go all the way along here, and then back through here again. And that's just going to be like background fluff that's going to look really cool. So, what I need to do at first is probably texture this. I'm just going to chill. Okay. Wall. So we put wall EX here. And then we'll do floor as well. Floor, maybe do floor first. And then we can go from there. Okay. Then we can just do that for the time being, and we'll just project from view. And then we'll just try and unwrap based on everything else, and then we'll go from there. I really want this room to look cool because it was featured a little bit in the original trailer, I think, for Undyne's section. So I do want all these new areas to feature quite heavily in the new trailer that I'll put out eventually. Hey Sky, how you doing? Nice to see you back yet again. Okay, there we go. Now I need to get all this crap looking good. I don't like it when textures look like this. How are we doing? Oh, we're doing good, doing good. Just thought I'd jump on for a little bit. The idea being that we keep on, me and Jen keep on cycling between cleaning and doing this type of stuff so we can get everything done. So everything's going pretty nicely at the moment. So when I'm not taking care of the baby, I'm busy doing some 3D stuff or doing some streaming or whatever. So it's all good. So the idea here is to have these like multiple cave areas where we can see Undyne from. Hopefully it's gonna be really cool. Bam, there we go, and then bam again. Yeah, hopefully if I can get these sections, well, this section done and looking really good, I'll be really happy, because the rest of this has been kind of like a giant experiment to slowly get the visuals together. It sounds terrible, but it's true. Oh. Yeah, just slowly getting all of these faces unwrapped now, and we'll put the wall texture on them. Wall EX, right? And just go bam, and then we can just texture all of these the right way. Just unwrap. That should. Okay, it's been a bit funny with that. Can we just do that? Oh no, it's not that direction, it's... Wait a minute. Which way is it actually? I think it's that way. Oh. And then project from view. Project from view is like a really easy but lazy way of doing this. But I mean, if it works and takes less time, then it's all good. Again, I hate the way that I've got so many faces in the way now that it's kind of annoying me, but it could be worse. Okay, so we need at least 3 there. It's looking okay if I just bring that down. Let's see how that looks. Okay, not too bad. Again, we're going to be adding more detail to this stuff later on. It's more just getting the basics here in place. And well, wake at 12 PM says Dust. I mean, it's not 12 for me, remember. It's like, for me, it's 2 PM, so... Oh, I'm awake at 12 PM. I totally read that wrong. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Right, let's... I'm gonna add more detail to this after the initial stuff is done, like the base texturing and stuff. It's 9 AM for me and I've yet to sleep, says Sky. Done that many a time. Although I'm not proud to admit it, you know. It's one of those whole things where you work like all night and then you're just like, oh, I'm a wreck. And now I have to sleep. It's like the worst thing ever. Right, let's... Wait, non-uniform scale, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Wall. There we go. Wall test 2. So what I want to do here, again, is kind of make this as flat as possible and just go wall. Because the idea, again, is that this is going to go round and then we're going to build up some more mesh around here so that it looks a lot cooler for Undyne's chase sequence, because this is a major part of Waterfall. What I need to do here is see if there's any way of, like, fall active quads just messes it up. I was gonna say, see if there's any way of, like, properly straightening this or helping out, but no, there really isn't. Okay. So I reckon that it's actually the wrong way around, because it looks like that there might be the end here. I'm not too excuse me, I'm not too sure. Or it might be the other side because of that. The easiest way to tell is by putting that across the... Yep, I was right. Okay, so that needs to be... God damn it. That needs to be flipped and then mirrored, I think, to be in the right position. Let's... No. Mirror on the y-axis, because then if I do that... Wait, what? My ears. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sleep is for the weak. No, I used to say that myself. And then I found that sleep is actually really nice. I was like, oh, sleep's nice now. I'm enjoying it. Right, what we'll do is we'll straighten out these. Yeah, I used to be like, sleep's for the weak. And then I started enjoying sleep. But that was... Sleep is for the week. All right. Yeah. Oh. This is going to be the one area where I want that, like, magical look to it for the water effects. You know, it's like all the water effects and the caustics and everything that you want to really experience properly. Then I want those to shine the brightest in here in terms of, like, how they're presented. It's like with other parts of Waterfall, I'm just thinking of, like, little details I can add. Like, the sound design is going to be nuts, having, like, all the little drips coming off the stalactites and stuff. That's going to be so cool. It just gets me really hyped being able to work on this kind of stuff, because I absolutely love the original content that it comes from. So just being able to, like, flesh this out as much as possible and really try and do it as much justice as possible is just really fun. I once said in Roblox, TY, now give me tea and crumpets. They were British. Fair enough. Let's try and line this up here with this, because we need this to match what we need is this to be slightly bigger. Out there. Then we just need to match that up. Roughly with that. Come on, where you at? Where are you at? I know you're around here somewhere. Because if I can match that, then that'll be great. Unless that's flipped the other way. Hang on. It's flipped the other way. If I do mirror on x-axis, And then we take this and like that. That's it's a little bit better. I need it to be like, oh, that was close. About the camouflage is in pretty nicely. So if we go to model now, we can start to see how I'm doing this. It's actually really nice how I'm able to do this with Blender as well. I didn't think that I'd be able to spline model all of this, but it's yet again another thing that I'm picking up in terms of like extra skills that will allow me to do things a little bit cooler and better here. This wall, even though it's a complete block at the moment, will be really neat when I've got all the details in, and then we get all the other stuff in, like crystals and things. And then we manipulate the roof and do a bunch of other neat little details. Ooh. But yeah, while it's in this form, this is when it's the easiest to manipulate for like textures and stuff, so bam. This chill music, man, from Sonic Unleashed, it goes so well. Oh, okay, so now we've got a case of having to line up these textures here. Happy New Year's! Yeah, it's gonna be good when it's eventually New Year. It's like when, 2 days off or something? Oh, 3 days off. Yeah, because Monday is the 1st. Somebody asked me the other day what I'm gonna do for New Year, and I'll probably do the same thing I do every New Year. Watch Jackass the series, Power Rangers the movie, the one from 1996, and then just chill with my friends. I don't know why I do that, but I love it. I think it's because Power Rangers the movie really does feel like kind of like a New Year's movie because of the fireworks at the end. You know, like for anyone that's familiar with that movie. Whoop. Power Rangers classic. It's like, don't get me wrong, like there's some parts in it that are absolutely cringe, right? But the best part for me, I feel like, is you watch the entire show, or rather, you watch the entire movie, which was done just before season 3 was filmed, if I remember rightly, and you go through like the crazy Megazord fight with all the CGI that everybody says is crappy nowadays, for obvious reasons of everybody getting much better CGI between now and then. But like, you get all the crazy Megazord fights and then everything else, and then it ends with freaking Van Halen and fireworks at the end. It's just like, hell yeah, give me some more Van Halen. You know, I definitely feel like having Van Halen at the end play with the fireworks is really cool, because it gives you that like optimistic sort of feeling for the ending, which I really like, and it's really nice to actually have when you're going into like a new year or something with it. Because you want that sort of like optimism and hope rather than going into a new year and being like, oh god, we're all gonna die. You know? So, fun times. I've had to really skew that texture there, but it's whatever, it works. It lines up, it just skews slightly. But yeah. Tyrix got a video out recently. Wait, what? I don't think I've heard of that person's guy. Can you add me on Discord, says Dust Horror? Possibly? Either that or just get on the Undernet and talk to people that way. I find it safer for me that way. Because I don't just randomly add people, you know. Because I use my account for a lot of things, so I'm a little bit cautious with it. Right, let's do these extra loops now to try and try and get these bits done. Sorry, I thought you already knew about her. Maybe that's the thing. Like, it sounds familiar, but I'm not entirely sure, which is why I'm like, huh, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not being nasty or anything. I'm just genuinely like, do I or don't I know this person, or should I? I may be slightly confused here, you know. It's one of those where when you get confused like that, it's like, dude, what's going on, you know? So, I'll DM you her short vids. The thing is, Sky, I probably do know, and I'm just like not remembering for the moment because of how my brain is. But yeah, we shall see. Please remind me of the vids. Maybe. Okay. So I've done this because it's not with the other sections of the level at the moment. I can punch through this like this, and it will hopefully not affect much. And then we can hide this here because, see, this is how we're doing it. We're going all sneaky. We're going all sneaky up in here. We're going to be punching through this gap that I just made that looks terrible from the outside. But if we tweak it a little bit on the inside, then it won't look too bad. Bam! Right? And then we can just bring down these side verts just a little bit and bring them in so they look like a cave. Like that, roughly. Because we can fix this all up later anyway. Dude. Learning so many, like, interesting ways of doing things compared to previously when I've done this stuff before, or more or less it's just me remembering old habits. Because, like, sometimes when you do stuff, especially frequently, it's all good, and then when you stop doing it for like a moment, instantly you're just like, how do I do this again? You know, and I feel like that's definitely happened because for ages I used to do level design and stuff. Used to make like levels in a bunch of different engines and stuff, and then I just stopped doing it, focused more on like assets and smaller things, and as a result I've kind of lost some of these tricks for level design. So it's actually cool being able to jump back into level design again and really kind of enjoy this little section of just messing around here and making this fun to see and experience. The funny thing is here, I don't even need to really do this. Not me being Lucha Marindo and you not remembering me. Wait, what? Or Luca. See, the thing is, it's like, I never want to offend people when I don't remember them for obvious reasons. You know, like, nobody wants to offend anybody. The problem that I genuinely have with, like, remembering people is I remember things based off how I enjoy, like, I remember people based off how many interactions I've had with them, and if it's only a small number, then it's harder to remember. Plus, of course, I'm dealing with like loads of people per day, whether it be on like different Discords or YouTube or anything else. It's just hard for me to keep track of everything. You know, it sounds terrible of me, as if, you know, like I don't care, but I really do care. It's more just the whole thing of like trying to keep track of everything is super hard for me. Like, I've said that multiple times on different, you know, like streams and stuff. Sky says sent. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Yoink. I'm just gonna quickly. No, I don't think this is familiar. For some reason, I don't think this is familiar, but... Huh. Interesting. Me understanding that. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mean any offense to anybody if I don't remember as well as I should. It's more just the whole thing of me being like, oops. The worst part about it is, I obviously get super upset when I can't remember because I actively like remembering people, you know, or trying to. So I'll get like super upset and just be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, and it goes crazy. So yeah, I'm sorry for anyone that I've not really interacted with too much and then end up not remembering, because it's not my intention to offend or upset anybody. Instead, I'm just like, oh my god, so much stuff. Especially because the baby as well, it's just hard to deal with everything. So that's gonna be that way. That means you've got about Zoe too. Potentially. Sounds familiar. Oh, that's not good. Wait, Sky says nothing terrible. It's literally a hard cap on how many people a person can care for. I suspect it might be around 200, but a researcher theorized it might be close to 12. I mean, 12 definitely sounds like a fair number. You know, as in like, you really care about those that are really close to you. And by really close to you, that's like the 12 that you find that are the most important ever. That makes sense. And then like everybody else, you kind of remember based off interactions or whatever. But if you don't have too much interaction with them, it's just like, huh, you know. Again, trust me when I say I try really hard to remember everybody. It's just so hard, man. The username was Green Megal. I think I remember, yeah. Sounds familiar. Here's where I'm gonna be like super offensive, even though I don't mean to be. It's like, I think I remember this person. Well, dude, it was this. It's like, oh no. Again, it's that whole thing of like, because you can only remember so many people, and because of like only a few interactions, it's hard. It's just really hard. I mean, it's like, does everybody else remember? Absolutely everybody they've interacted with. I think it's worse as a streamer because there's that sort of like personal attachment to streamers where when you've been around a streamer for long enough, you expect them to kind of remember you. Friends with Sammy. Yeah, that sounds familiar then. It's that whole thing of when you're watching a streamer and you're interacting with them, you expect them to remember you. And you get it almost like that personal feeling as though you're connecting with the person on the other end that's talking to you. And I get that. It's just the whole thing of when you're constantly jumping in and out of conversations with multiple people, that's when it becomes a bit more awkward. And you're just like, oh, okay, what? You know, do you remember me? It's like, oh, I think I do. Oops. No. Because obviously a streamer can't remember absolutely everybody, even though they would love to. Okay, so there we go. We've now... Dude, I didn't even necessarily need to do that, but now I need to texture it. I didn't even need to link up this cave, but I just have done. And that should look okay from that side. Yeah. And then that's going to come through here, go all the way down here, and burst through here. And that's just going to go off into the distance. And then we can start properly flushing out this room. Or fleshing it out, sorry. Flushing out what? And I don't know why those set of loops... Give me crumpets! I don't even have any on me. I don't have any on me. I wish I did. I've even, like, for those who haven't seen, or rather haven't taken notice yet, I put Azrael in here primarily because I keep on missing people going like, dude, is this what is this project? Is this a game? You know, what's going on? And I'm like, it's not a game, it's a 3D movie. And then they're just like, huh, you know. So I keep on having to explain it. I was like, I'll just slap Azrael in here instead. So hopefully that's a little bit of a hint as to what the project's about. What do you mean, Undertale, a 3D movie? I was actually going to have him be a little bit more aggressive because he's got a hyperdeath form. I was going to have him be like, Undertale is a 3D movie? Let's see how that one goes. But yeah, it didn't all fit in his text box. So I ended up having to edit his text box. Okay, so these verts at the back are totally screwed. I can fix them though. What we need is this just for that setup alone, and then I think I need like one more. Yeah, I do. One more going through there. Like halfway. About there roughly. And then we can line up these verts here, punch through there, and then we can get this wall sorted and start fleshing out this area more. It's gonna be good. Might be a holy water. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's just dust. Oh. Let's I'm just double checking stuff in the background here. So the idea for this is, or at the moment at least, is I want to get halfway through Waterfall before New Year, at minimum. So that's going to be up to the marsh area, I believe, which we're almost at now. Currently, we're sat right next to Gerson. So then, when we've punched through this wall and we go through this door here, we'll be at Gerson's section, to which obviously I don't have a 3D model for Gerson, so he's not going to be there. Or rather, I'll like block off his area, or I'll find out some way of making it so he's okay. But like, if I had a model of Gerson, it would be brilliant. But I really don't. It's that problem where I have to make the underground look populated, even though it's clearly not populated, or come up with ideas and solutions as to why these characters aren't in the locations where you'd expect them to be. You know, so it's a little problematic. Okay, let's punch through there, and then that shall end there. Right, so even though this is like very basic geometry, we're not going to see too much of this, so it's not too bad. So that's going to explain where Undyne goes, because of the fact we have all these pillars and then everything else. That's going to explain where Undyne comes from. She's like behind here on like some sort of walk, and then next moment, while we're moving along here, that's where she comes out and throws stuff. I wonder, if the way I socialize is weird to Sky, I tend to get along with a lot of people, most of which are basically acquaintances who's as close as a friend of me kind of cycles. I always stay on good terms with everybody. It's better being on good terms with everybody rather than doing freaking scorched earth like I do sometimes when I fall out with people. Depends on how much of a falling out you have with the person, but yeah, sometimes I end up going scorched earth, which is not good. But it tends to be that I only do that when somebody like really upsets me or offends me. You know, which is fair. I can be patient, like very patient with a lot of people, and then sometimes I can just be like, yeah, I'm not down for this, you know. It really depends. Let's make sure all these verts are merged. Sometimes that's needed, says Sky. Yeah, the thing is, like, it's not as if I actively go into sort of like meeting people and immediately plan for Scorched Earth. I always like try and get along with people as best as I can. Because, I mean, why not? It just sounds stupid if you turn around and be like, oh yeah, I'm totally expecting everybody to backstab me or whatever when I go into talking to people. You know, I definitely approach things as best as I can and be as polite as possible. But there's only so much you can deal with, especially depending on how the actual person is interacting with you. You know, that sounds terrible, but there are some instances of just like you can't deal with a person or how they're interacting with you, so it's just like, dude, it's best just to call it off, you know. I try not going to Scorched Earth if I can help it. Just says, I said no, I might be a streamer. Oh, nice. Hope that goes well. That doesn't sound terrible. That sounds pretty normal and healthy, says Sky. I mean, the reason why I say it sounds terrible is primarily just because, you know, I don't like upsetting anybody. I genuinely don't like upsetting anybody. It's like if anybody's learned that, like anything from like all these conversations that they've had with me, it's literally the whole thing of, I don't go out of my way to upset anybody. I don't mean to. Sometimes it just happens by pure accident. Sometimes it's just timing, you know, which is the worst type, is when timing is just really bad. Like, you catch me at a wrong point in time when I'm just like really annoyed, and then all of a sudden something just triggers me and I'm just like, rah! You know, that's not good. I'm trying to remember some other times. But yeah, it's just that whole thing. It's like, I never go into conversations expecting to fall out with people or whatever. It's just unfortunate. Might make a model for my streamer soon. Good. Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be cool. Oh, right, let's try and try and get all these. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Try and get all these faces unwrapped at the same height so they don't look weird. I hate the way that I'm not able to, or rather that I've refused to get rid of those wall verts and stuff. I thought about becoming a streamer to single boost AC6 when it got announced, but I decided it wasn't necessary since I saw how hard it was popping off to the sky. Yeah, like a load of people thought that was just going to fall flat on its face, but I think it was because the community just needed some content, you know. Like, don't get me wrong. It's like I've said before, I would have loved to have like played AC6 more, but it's, I don't know, man. It's kind of done like AC5 to me, where I'm just like, it's a thing. No, that's the worst bit. It's like, it's there. I just, that moment where you wait for something for so many years, and then it's just like, yeah, I'm just not bothered with it because of reasons. I don't even know what the reasons are specifically myself. I'm just like, it's a game, you know, it's a thing. It's like, I was really hyped for it during, you know, its announcement and everything and the lead up to it. I'm just like, oh my god, we're getting something finally, you know. And you can tell I was like super excited but cautious in those videos that I did about it. And then when it came out, it's just like, it's a thing. But again, I don't know whether that's because I have more priorities and I'm just not focused on it or what. You know. So it's kind of rough in that sense. Bruno Marquis says, hi, hello. Just not feeling it, yeah. Which is kind of sad when you think about it. It's like one of the biggest releases ever. I'm just not feeling it. It's like, what? It makes me sound really stupid. It's like with Witch from Mercury, you know, where it's like it's the best presented version of Gundam in a while, and yeah, it's like everything that I said Gundam should be in terms of like presentation and stuff. It needs to be like super good and everything, and then I'm just not into it. It's just totally stupid, man. That's been how life is sometimes. I know, but it's infuriating, you know, when you think about it. It just makes me look like a complete moron. Just sat here like, oh, we need this, we need that, and the next minute it's like, so anyway, this sucks, even though it's exactly what I said we needed. You know. I honestly feel like I've been falling off in gaming too recently, says Sky. I feel like with gaming, I definitely like older games, and I think that's probably just because older games didn't have like a ton of issues with them, but I can't get myself excited for certain things like Lethal. Oh no, for silly things like Lethal. See, the thing is, I like Lethal because it's different, you know. Like, I like Lethal not just because it's a trend thing, but also genuinely because it is pretty fun. It kind of reminds me of, like, Left 4 Dead and stuff. You know, if you ever want to go on Lethal, Sky, and try and get that feeling for it, then by all means, I'll be happy to kind of play with you. You know, because, like, if anybody's ever seen the streams that me and Sean have been doing recently, I'm having a blast on them. Especially because, like, some of the rounds that we can play can last for, like, a good couple of hours. That's the thing, I'm not feeling it, says Sky. I'm not feeling it. Have you even got the game? Because maybe it just takes a little bit of convincing, you know, in some free time. I don't. That might be why then. I could get it at the drop of a hat. See, I think you might be into it if you have runs like the ones that we go on where they're really fun. Yeah. I just don't feel like playing. That's fair, that's fair. The worst ones are when you totally get into a game and then the game falls off hard. You know, one example for me would probably be Sea of Thieves. Like, I remember being super excited for Sea of Thieves because Rare are pretty good at making games. To some people, that might be a massive understatement. But yeah, I remember Sea of Thieves when it came out, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be real fun. Can't wait for this. And then I played like the first month or so, and it just fell off so hard. I was just like, dude, no. I think that's the worst feeling ever for a video game, is when it just drops off that hard. Oh, or another example would be Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 was one that I was like super hyped for with Jen, and then that just fell off really hard. But that also might be primarily because stream ruined it a little bit. Streaming it really did ruin it a little bit because of normally we just take those slowly so we can enjoy like every little detail and stuff, and instead it was kind of expected that we complete it in a certain time or whatever, or that we're not really sticking around with the game, and of course because of that kind of ruined it a little bit, so it was not good. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't too good anyway as a game, so it was pretty rough. Oh, dude, what the hell is going on here? Oh, I know why. Distance. Games haven't been the same. Yeah. Things that pop off super hard tend to burn bright for a short while. Potentially, yeah. It's like Fall Guys. Oh my god, yeah. Fall Guys was terrible. Like, Fall Guys, I was super hyped for. I remember doing videos on it and be like, guys, check this out. I even remember, we've got streams of it still, where we went to the freaking virtual expo thing for it, and I really enjoyed seeing it, and I'm like, oh, it's colorful, it's great and everything. The problem with Fall Guys, though, is that there's no end game. I think that might just be me, but like, the problem I have is if there's no tangible ending or goal for something, then it falls off super hard because of how simple I am. You know? So it's like, it's that whole thing of, with Fall Guys, you play, and the only thing you get, really, is the bragging rights of, oh look, I came first. You know? There's no sort of like, reward like skins or anything. There's no, you know, like, because the skins are sold as well, or the models and stuff. There's no actual reward other than the bragging rights. So if you're not into the whole bragging rights thing, well then it's just like, nah, you know. It's fine if you're simple. Would you rather have it or someone says you're special with a disability? I mean, I do have a disability as well. Well, a couple of them, so fun stuff. Either way, you know, it's funny. Loving how the subject changed. I think it's just because everybody likes talking about video games, you know. Everybody's super passionate about video games. Oh crap. Indies have a lot of solid titles. Yep. I still have a load of them on my list to play. A lot of them are very similar to Undertale, or basically, or basically are popular with Undertale fans. So stuff like Omori and One Shot. I still need to actually play them. Video games are becoming unoriginal nowadays. There's nothing to play. Potentially. There's a bunch of bad indie games too. Oh yeah, I'm not saying like indie's the gold standard, but it's definitely a lot better than AAA. Like, I find that indie can have a little bit more originality, or at least put twists on things you're already familiar with, so at least it feels a little bit fresh. You know? Like, I saw somebody the other day on Twitter, and they're creating, like, this game, which is like a mix of, like, old Star Fox mixed with, like, Ghost in the Shell and a bunch of other little games. So it's almost like it's every, like, vehicle or mech style oriented action game from, like, the PS1 and N64 era put in, like, one game, which is really interesting. It's still in development. I can't remember what the hell it's called. I'll have to go and find it. But indie definitely has a much better sort of outlook when it comes to messing around with things and making it feel at least a little bit fresh compared to AAA that literally just copy themselves. Yeah. So basically crossovers, not so much. Hey, Beams. I'm gonna do the inside of here now, and then I'll put the track in, and then we can just like slowly flesh this out. The idea being that I'll do the pier and everything, and then the reeds and stuff later on, and we can just really flesh this out. I'm hoping this will be done by today. Whoa, water! Oh, the water's already been in for a while. It's just, this is the really big room. What I can now start doing as well is adding in these little bits of scenery that will help out, and then do the lighting as well. I want waterfalls actually in here, you know, like at least one in the ceiling, so that's gonna be cool in this giant room, because you'd expect that. Yeah, we're gonna go in with the minecart theme a bit hard around here. I haven't seen any of Waterfall yet. Yeah, Waterfall's coming along pretty nice. Nestle, you're gonna love this water. Can you imagine if there's an ending scene where Undyne pushes Frisk in the water? See, the funny thing is, I've already been on about stuff like that with people saying like it'd be funny to add bloopers in for like the credits and stuff, but yeah, we're going hard on Waterfall in terms of like that link between between Waterfall and its original sprite work. Because I figure, like, having it sort of like this, where it matches up with the original sprite work that's still in the sprite sheets, is kind of cool. I just need to raise the height of that. Because it just adds to the theming. Like, in the other room that I've got for here, it's so cool. Let's just bring that in a little bit. And then we just do this, hide that in there. And then we just do that again. Make it slightly bigger. The idea being that should fit in the doorway like that. Who's waiting for Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4? I'm waiting for the rest of Deltarune, obviously. Want to see what it goes. So hyped. I still need to do yellow. Can you imagine a scene on the surface where Undyne figures out seafood exists? Oh no. Right, so let's... The memes. Let's try and see if we can do this, right? I don't need to potentially do this, but... It's a shame that all the chapters from 2 onwards is going to cost money. Yeah, but I mean, like... I'm more than happy to give Toby my money at this point. You know. Like, it's definitely worth it if we get some awesome games, so... More than happy to give Toby my money and not the usual thing of... That's been going on at the moment with Materia. With the music thing that's going on with Materia. That does all the music for Undertale and Deltarune, because that's just annoying. Let's see. Giant cave controls. The waterfall from water is just pure disarming. So what we're going to do here is try and make this a little bit easier on myself by having some controls, again, in Bezier curves. Waterfall stole water from Africa. What? I don't even... So what I'm going to do here is just control this using a Bezier curve. But yeah, the idea being that if I can get this room done, and then the little bit just before the marsh where Gerson is, before New Year, then it puts me in a good position to get the rest of Waterfall done before the end of January. Then do the core, and have the core done for roughly around about February, and then it's literally just animating. Hey, Proof. We're making jokes already and the movie hasn't even been released. I mean, isn't that just a general thing where even before something's done, people are already messing around? It's all good though. Right, so what we do here is we take this Bezier curve, and we do an array on it. Now an array basically tells it repeat this mesh a bunch of times. And then we do, hey Classic! Nice to see you again. Then we do a curve, right? And the reason for the curve is we then attach that to the Bezier curve. And then we tell it to go -1 on the X. I think. Hang on. That's Y, Z. Nope. Yes, it's got to be -1. I think. It should be, unless it just totally screws me over here. Let's just try 1. Okay, it's that way. I love the way you can see how I'm affecting that now. So let's do 5, for instance, right? And then what we can do is, hopefully, that should be going along the curve. We've set the Bezier curve, so now I can just go, bam, like this. And then the sequel will be how Undyne commits tax fraud. The funny thing is, it's like, people have already been asking me what other projects am I going to do after this. Am I going to do like Deltarune and stuff? It's like, dude, I haven't even done this and I've already got like a load of other commitments. Come on. You know. Right, so here we go. Now I reckon if I offset this by like 7. Then we can see how this slightly Undertale becomes vegan. What? Oh, whoa, why isn't that following the curve there? Welcome to the end of your life creating content on this franchise. No! The thing is, I like this like mad, so... There we go. If I do that and go to 6, oh, 6, not 69. There we go, because I want that to be seen from there. I do like 6.4, 6.5, 6.2, 6.1. Okay, 6.1's bad. Just 6 then. Or 6.05? Ah, there we go. I'm working on a title right now. It's driving me nuts for this project. This is classic. P-Man and I having me work on my own model kit. Or not committing tax fraud is some fishy business. Oh. Okay, so that controls that there, right? Undertale fans after their father was poisoned. Asgore reference? Oh god. So yeah, we're slowly doing this now. So I'm hoping here that I can like bring this. The wall's edge is rather bland and smooth. Trust me when I say I'm going to be messing around with it and making it look better. Like, for instance, you can see how it's just a flat box at the moment. All the other areas kind of look better. Hang on. All the other areas look a lot better with the textures and lighting on and everything else. It seems really simple, but it kind of isn't. It's extremely triggering. What, just because the walls are flat? Trust me when I say it's camouflaged pretty well in some of the other areas. Like in here now, with the wishing room, it actually looks pretty decent if you put all the shaders on and everything, but I'm trying not to give away too much. Thing is, I can actually edit this stuff later on and make it look better, but like, for instance here, this one has a lot more detail on it, even though it is flat in certain areas. But yeah, this bit will be changed. This is just literally the basics. It's the sharp edges that drive me insane. I mean, the thing is, the other parts do have sharp edges as well, like the ones I've already created. I think it's just the way that I've been showing them off doesn't show it as much. Again, it's early days with this kind of stuff. As I start fleshing out the room a little bit more, you'll see it start changing. It's more just trying to get the basics in for the time being so I can get an idea of how this is going to look and how everything falls into place. And then I'll start fleshing it out more, doing scenery bits and other things, and it'll look a lot better by the end of it. That isn't me just having copium, by the way. It's a cave, it's just a bunch of rocks and stalactites and stalagmites. I just realized that can't work there because I need another controller for that, because if I don't, then it's gonna... I already have the crystals in, like, you can see the crystals, where are they? Because I took inspiration from Yellow, which is why we have more of these tracks in here, but like, this is the wishing room with the echo flowers in and stuff. You can see the pebbles on the floor and then the stalagmites. Then you've got all the crystals on the ceiling. You got the sign over here. More stalagmites. Then we've even got like a crystal cart here, which looks pretty cool. But all this looks, and a pillar holding up the roof, but all this looks a lot better with the shaders and everything on. Again, and there's more crystals. Again, I don't want to show off how this actually properly looks before the update, so Crystals only form under a lot of pressure differences. Yeah, I've had people turn around and question the repeating texture for the walls and be like, dude, sediment and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I just don't want it to repeat too much. Like, at the moment, the way that I'm looking at this is I want Waterfall to be, an area where it almost feels like when we go into Waterfall, I want this to be like an area where it feels as though it's kind of been like half mined for crystals. So you can see where they've kind of dug out places and got the crystals and everything, but also it's that reference of them like traveling through to get to New Home. So the idea is that they dig from Snowdin through Waterfall to get to Heartland, and then go from Heartland up. That's the kind of angle that I'm coming at it at the moment. I'm a head out, says Dust. Thank you very much, Dust. Nice to see you again. Are you going to include Gaster? Yes, I've already mentioned that a bunch of times. Let's see. Sky says, fair warning, horror and wholesome to the point where it sometimes exists simultaneously. Interesting. Waterfall can be confusing, yeah. I think it's why I've had so many problems so far. But yeah, don't get me wrong, all this flat surface and stuff will be changed. I can't even remember what it was. Oh, yep, I remember what I was up to now. I get distracted too easily. I need another Bezier curve. And, where is it? Curve, Bezier. If Bits and Pieces wasn't created by a horrid fool, you could add a crystal mirror and get that as a reference. Yeah, I've heard about that. The worst part is, I did reference Bits and Pieces, if you remember, in one of those streams for like Heartland, I think it was, where I was like, oh yeah, I got Bits and Pieces, and that's up to at least give us an idea of what Heartland will look like, because more details in the sprite work. And then, yeah, the freaking thing comes out about Bits and Pieces creator just being a disgusting person, and it's just like, well, that's kind of ruined a lot for the community. Well done, guy, for being such a douche. God, that was bad. I don't think there's I agree with somebody that reviewed the entire situation and said I don't think the community's ever had something like that happen, but now that kind of puts a bad shadow over everything. Pretty sure it's all over the internet. To summarize it, very, very disgusting stuff. Like, what's the most disgusting thing you can imagine on the internet? They've done it, basically. I'll leave that up to you. It's pretty ambiguous, but yeah. Passing around images of stuff that they shouldn't have for obvious reasons or shouldn't even like because they're a disgusting person. Ruined a lot. It's like, that's the only time you'll ever hear me go in on somebody for, like, stuff like that, because I genuinely don't like really talking about it, but it's just like, It's like, because normally I don't like going in on other creators, It's like, I do not like going in on other creators because I don't feel like I have the right to, But yeah, it's not a good situation. Yeah. Not good. I need an array in here, and I need a curve modifier. Oh no, wait. Did I screw that up? I need that to be on the array mod. The array on that one. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Meme says one word on how I feel on it. Horrendous. Yeah, that's very, very accurate, as a way of describing it. disgusting, horrendous. Let's do array here. Why is that? Why's that all the way over here? Is that because hang on. Do I need to line that up first? This is gonna be really stupid if I have to. The neck is always a mess. Yeah, but it's like, I think it's that whole thing of when you work on something like this, especially because the demographic, you don't expect things like that, and then when stuff like that does happen, it's just disgusting, you know? I mean, I know for sure as hell I didn't expect anything like that, because the demographic being so young, you know, it's like, well, it's mixed demographic, I should say, if I was going to be like totally accurate. But a lot of younger audience members like this, so it's just like, yeah, just try and be careful when you create content for this kind of thing, and then next moment that happens, it's just like, ew, that ruins that for me. So that's why I've got a couple of people now, because this channel has always been kind of like a mix of different material, whether it be like a little bit of adult stuff and then just everything for everyone kind of thing. It's why I've taken a much more sort of like safe approach to content, where whenever people come in now, I'm just like, everybody's got to realize that the demographic has changed since I started doing Undertale content. Please be careful of what you post or anything. And yeah, you do get a bunch of people that turn around and be like, dude, seriously? It's like, no, I'm trying to be careful. You know, I'm trying to be nice to everybody here, so, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not even throwing shade at those people. I can understand, you know, it's like a massive change demographic-wise for the channel. To suddenly pivot and be like, oh yeah, so I'm doing a ton of Undertale content, which will bring in a younger demographic. So you guys, you're gonna have to be on your best behavior. Everyone's like, dude, why? Why should I have to do that? You know? Like, no, I can understand, but times be a changing while I'm doing this project. It's like, gotta be good. There we go, that opens that a little bit more. You mean you can't show any revealing pics of mechs anymore? Oh. Gonna have people questioning me though, Sky, and be like, wait, what? People can be like, dude, seriously, what the hell are you on? It's like, oh, it's not me. He's playing a prank. Right, so what I need to do here. Let's do see and read new. But yeah, no, for anyone that's new to the channel, or is reasonably new, like has come along during the Undertale project, or met me on the Undernet, yeah, this channel has generally been one that's been available for any type of content in the past. So it does have its mature audience on that side of things. But it's not as if I've turned around and gone all into that and gone, oh yeah, we're focusing on that and nothing else. And I have a clear stance on that kind of stuff as well, so. Large room, Bangkok tracks. I just like to keep everything as middle ground as possible at the moment so that everybody can enjoy stuff, you know. I figure that's fair that way. Now we need to do this Bezier. This is going to be cool, actually, having this Bezier in. I just need to figure out where I made this other one. I think it's here. Did I turn that into a mesh or what? I think I might have. No, I didn't. You can tell because of the duplicated thing. Oh, no, can I just take that array off there? Okay. Then we take this and snap it to the curve here. I just realized, because this is already the right size as well, this is actually going to be really cool. So we take this, right? And then we're going to have this go all the way around. And this is going to be how we get around Waterfall in terms of like explaining the cart tracks and stuff. What we're going to do is have it so like in certain areas, we see the minecart tracks. They don't always go to places where you'd expect them to, but they do make sense. Like for instance, in here, we're going to have the cart tracks go around and have Undyne be running along them while throwing her spears at Frisk. But we're also going to have them stop just before the area here. And that's just as if to say like, look, this bit of the ledge has fallen away. So normally where they would stop, it's just fallen away so they don't go anywhere. So they can stay there as background fluff. Yeah. Let's go. Then I should be able to just bam, array. And then array, curve to that one. Okay, now the array needs to go. Chat went dead silent. Indeed, chat has gone dead silent. Hello there, chat. Well, let's do that. Oh, it's still doing it? Son of a... Let's do -1. No, I didn't want to animate that. Right, so now chat went on Cornhub. Oh no. Okay, so now what we can do is we can add these rails in here. And we can just drag this around. So we'll do like 100. And the idea is, because we've got them following this Bezier curve, we can then control this. Plastic says, had to hit up the bar of soap for PC. Wait, what? Okay, let's go up here. And curve round. That needs to be higher up. And that needs to be raised there. As does this. And then we slowly see this going around. Time to speak another language, says Peter. There we go, let's do that. It was a YouTube ad. It was weird. It was about soap. Oh, I get you. Okay. Don't drop it. Right, let's see if that works decently. That reminds me, I might have to I might, because of how this is curving, I might have to do another thing with this, whereas if we go to shrink wrap, what is it? Shrink wrap, and I hit that, bam. No, that's not working. Oh, that's not good. Let's try mesh, add modifier, shrink wrap to nearest point. Ah, there we go. How are your drawing skills? They could be better. I've not practiced in ages. Right, let's try above surface, or yeah. I love the way it just like flattens the mesh now. On surface allows me to get that, but it's not as good as I thought it would be. There's got to be a way of changing this curve. Deform axis. Let's try. That's not happening. What did I have that as before? I swear I had it as like something else here. Oh, there we go. X. I'm good, Moody, at drawing freehand. I don't do digital, I do traditional, says Peter. Ah. Nice. There's probably a way of making that go around the better. I'll have to find that out eventually, because it's kind of annoying me that it looks like it's screwed up, but I know it's not. You go to about there. And just lift that up slightly. Right, then we can just go bam and take this round here. I'm gonna curve that through there like that. And then we can push that through there. I really need to have this be like not leaning to the side, preferably. Is there any way I can just like flatten that? Can't wait until this is released. Neither can I. And I'm the one making it. No. Welcome back. So shrink wrap's not gonna work on that. There's gotta be like something I can do for this mesh. Relative offset, constant offset. Let's try that. Nope. Try that, nope. Not that. So maybe like object offset. Nope. Merge? Nope. There'll be something to it. It's either that or I'll manually go in and rotate it by hand. That'd be the most nightmarish thing ever, but let's throw another 100 in here. Oh, it's gonna be like 400, isn't it? The entire thing. And before I find out, it's like 600. It would be hard to manually rotate everything. I mean, manually rotating everything, I think, wouldn't be too hard. It depends. Like at the moment, this is just easy for prototyping, which is the whole idea of this, is just to prototype, because I do need to, looking at this, I do need to manually rotate it. Not everything, anything. My bad. Oh. Is there like a modifier for this? Because that would be really handy. Can't manually do anything if you didn't do it by hand. Oh, I get you. Is there like a modifier for rotation? Was forced to stop watching Dave just so I could eat. I mean, eating is a good thing. Let's see. Deform, smooth, warp. No, nope. There's got to be something. Curve, cast. It'll either be something in the curve itself, or it'll be something else. Let's try rotating mesh on curve blender. Geometry nodes. No, I don't want geometry nodes. Terrible. Just add curve points to the node, because it will give you rotation you want right away. You don't need... Oh no, that's for other stuff with geometry nodes, which is terrible. Can I how can I rotate a path curve? See comments from 1 year ago. You are rotating the curve, but to rotate the geometry that's along the curve, you need to tilt it, which you can do by Control and T. Or N menu under item. Okay, so let's try what? Object. Control T. Oh my god, it works. Oh my god. Yes. Can I just... There we go. Well, that solves that issue. Now I just need to tilt everything. Control T. Dude, blender forms for the win. Oh, no. Come on now. Okay. Now I can just tilt absolutely everything. Now I know how to do that. I'll keep that in my repertoire of little tricks that I can do. Because I was actually getting worried that I'd have to do this by hand. And instead it's like, nah, we're good. That reminds me, I need to have a laugh and get disabled Jebel as an avatar for VR chat. You know, the one that's got the wheelchair. Oh. Keep in mind, in an alternate universe, Undertale is actually Underswap. That reminds me, I was half tempted to do videos, you know, for a laugh. Actually looking at UndertaleAUs for the first time and actually reacting to them. You know, because of me not really finding out too much of this stuff until, like, the past year or so. So I might do that for a laugh. Okay, we need to bring this out here. And that's going to go along the back there. The idea being that this is going to be the cart track, like I was saying before. Oop. Okay. Go all the way down here. see what this is now. Oh, I'm gonna have to tilt this, I think, slightly. Control T. There we go. No, no, no. There we go to about there. I'm gonna need... I need more track. 500 maybe? I'm running out of track here. Oh my god, it only just makes it even with 500 repeated meshes. That's interesting. That moment where it's like, so Dave, how did you create Waterfall? It's like, well, there's a lot of track. Now, if I do that, that should be all of the minecart track placed, right? Let's have a look. Yes! Okay, there we go. So this is coming along in terms of like the idea of it. I'm going to be obviously fleshing out so it's not flat like this and doesn't have any issues with it in the background. But that's the basic gist of it, is that we then have this area where Undyne comes out of. It just makes more sense to have Undyne come out of areas like this. One must imagine Moody happy. I mean, as Dave, I'm pretty happy. Moody, on the other hand, he can be a bit happy. A bit. I still remember having to explain that to people. And people were like, wait, what? Now we can deform this a little bit at the top. I can add a little bit of extra detail. Little bit. Yes, we do. I broke my hanger. This is dust. Oh no! Okay. So now we bring this out here. We're gonna slowly turn this into like... There's also a universe where the war against the monsters and humans were real. Oh, let's see. If we get into AU stuff, then it turns into stuff like there's a universe in which Asriel actually wins. No. That reminds me, I need to see what SD Gundam's like on Steam, you know, in terms of price. So I actually wouldn't mind playing it again. I'm just gonna totally take a look at that now in the background. SD Gundam. Oh, Battle Alliance. Oh, dude, that's actually pretty decent. But then the season pass is like an extra 15. How many? Have we got the bonus packs? And no, I could just buy Cross Rays, but
Peggy 12.
Oh, that moment where it's on in the background. So, if I got the deluxe edition, it'd be like 30, and then we got all the extra packs and everything. So it'd end up costing like a massive amount. But on the other hand, PC version, man. Yeah, dude, that'd cost so much. Can you believe it? New Year's. So what I'm gonna do for New Year's is I'm actually gonna do a recap for you know, the entire project I've mentioned this a couple of times, but what I want to do is essentially for those people who aren't familiar with the entire project, like the inspiration for it and everything, where the whole idea came from, just little details like that. I want to do that as like a massive video. Just going over it, which I'll probably drop on New Year's. I say that, but like, it's gonna have to be a case of figuring out like all the details for it and everything, because I'm probably gonna have to script it, which I don't like doing really. For anyone that's been around the channel long enough, you'll know I don't like scripted content really, but I might have to in this case. Oh. Let's just grab this. Moody, promise me you'll never eat at Arby's. I mean, I don't really live in America, so the chance of me eating Arby's is pretty slim. Unless, of course, they bring it over here. I'm gonna head off to get some sleep. Take it easy, says Sky. Thank you very much, Sky. I'll see you later. So do that, this, kind of slowly bring it in there. The idea being that that's now going to look like a little bit of a lip coming out. And then we can try and edit bits in here to make that look better. We're going to slowly edit this to make it actually look like a cave instead of just a bunch of flat faces. And of course, I shall be just checking something out. Just BRB. I'll switch over to, where is it? That one, this, and then that one. Right, just a second. I'm gonna drink the Coke bottle. No, Jeff! Leave Jeff alone. He's done nothing wrong. He needs to stay on stream. Let's just, there we go. What the hell? No, Jeff stays. Jeff's cool. Sacrifice Jeff? No. Come here. Jeff, come here. We'll keep Jeff safe. There we go. Jeff can now be safe. No, nobody's taking Jeff away. Keeping Jeff safe by just taking him off stream. Like, no. He shall forever remain safe. Jeff's children are next. Wait, what? That's news to me. Right, let's start trying to manipulate this wall a little bit and make it look a little bit like an actual freaking wall. Right, let's do 3 there. And that can go down. Oh, no, it can only go so far because of the back wall. Oh, I forgot about that. This was gonna give Jeff the Guac 5000. That's gonna be too much there. It needs to be right, and then bring that out a little bit, and then down, and then I'll take his cousin. Jeff has no other family. It's just Jeff. Okay, so let's give that a little bit more definition on the back wall there. And then we can go ahead and do the other areas of this so we can... We can go ahead here and just do this. The idea being that just by doing this a little bit will allow some variation. And it won't look as flat then, because I remember that being brought up before. It's just like, nah, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. And then we can mess around more with this. I figured out, thank God, I had time to search to make sure nobody had the title. Nice one. Okay, so we do this. Make that go in a little bit. Oh my God, does that actually... Just is about to open Jeff. Jeff's not even here anymore. He's safe. That's why. Okay, so we got a little bit more shape to this at the moment, and then I can continue to shape this round at the other end, and then we can add a little bit more variation again. I got his father. What, me? Jeff isn't here either. Go pay child support. Oh. Oh, no. I just realized that can't go backwards because of that. Oh, okay. That has to come further out then. Okay, is that? It's not. Oh. Oh, excuse me. That moment where I'm trying to get rid of this empty here so I can figure out what's going on. There we go. Okay. Oop. Okay, so that gives a little bit more definition to that area, and now I can do that, and then we can bring that round. It's looking a little bit better. What I might do is continue the wall over here, and then bring it down the other side, because then it just makes sense. Definitely need to mess around here with this. Do. Oh. Okay. The idea being that this should, under here at least, be more in, like this. And then we're going to slowly, like, bring that round. And as a result, when we bring it round, it's going to come in slightly. And it's going to have that sort of like bendy effect on it. Like that. That goes around there pretty nicely. And then over here, we can move this out. I might need to edit this a bit. I'm probably gonna need to edit the UVs on this again as well. Right, let's do this, bring out this. Do that, and then we'll bring out the top face here. I have no clue what's going on in chat now at the moment. It's like, wait, what? Okay, so that looks less blocky than it did before. As you can see, we just need to do this side wall around here. But at least that's cool and gives us a little bit more definition, and then I need to unwrap all inside of there, all the way around here, and then bam, all the way through here, and I also need to give it light and some other stuff. And we got there as well. So we're getting there with the giant room. The giant room. Of which, actually, the unwrapping isn't that bad. It's not actually been skewed too much, and we're not actually going to see too much of that, so... Really help. You fed and boiled me alive. Oh no. Right. Let's unwrap this. Ooh. I've just seen an issue though with the mesh. No. No. I was so close. Right, let's assign floor to that, right? And there we go. Project from view. Oh no, wait, it needs to be wall, sorry. Project from view. And then gonna take this and edit it. That's the issue there, which is bad. Real bad. I got a message. Okay. Where's this? Oh, there. Dude, that motor, I'm trying to have a look for the area so I can unwrap it, and it's like all the way over here. Wait, what? I am watching chat. I was just also checking Discord at the same time. I'm about to ask dust, wait, what? I need that's the issue. What happened was the mesh was too close to each other there, and it was actually clipping through it. I need to be careful of those bits. Moody, I'm scared. I mean, I'm pretty scared too. I have no clue what's going on. I'm just like, wait, what? You know. The nervous laughing should give it away a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. Think it's... Yeah, it's that to give it a little bit more definition here. Don't do that all the way through, but just enough so that it kind of breaks up the repetition a little bit. Like that. Because it's going to stretch the textures wherever it is. You don't want to stretch it too much. And then we also need to texture the inside here. I don't even... Right. So now we can go ahead, take the inside here. Let's see. Trying to figure out what the inside of this actually is because of how I've modeled this now. I may have to literally go through this by hand, selecting these faces, which is going to be rough. Wait, what? What's that? Has that selected all of that? Oh, wait, I know why it selected all that. It's because it was a large piece of mesh that I did. There's one, and then bam. Oh, no, come. Give me. Okay, and then... Okay, that's all of that. He isn't watching chat, you said. Oh boy. Unwrap. Okay, so that's kind of worked. I meant that he couldn't save you from the boiler room. What? I don't even... I literally have no clue what's going on in chat now. I'm just going to focus on Waterfall. Let's just try and... Can I follow... Ah, no! I clicked follow active quads and it messed up everything. Okay. I don't even want to read that chat message out. Oof. That's spicy. To say the least. Okay, there we go. That's looking okay. It's gonna actually be cool to get the prototype lighting and everything in here done and have all the crystals and everything. Because I want the crystals on the roof as well, because I had those in the other version. Nope. Why did that go that way? Because it's the easier way. Ah! Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Let's start as well. And then... Oh, I see. It picks the shortest path, so it goes that way. Instead of doing that. Hey, Proof. I don't even... Oh, right. Up. Cross. Okay. There we go. Right, there we go. File, unwrap. Dude, where the heck is... Oh, there we go. Sat here going, where the heck is the texture unwrap? And it's right here the entire time. Okay. I love the way I've made sense of where Undyne comes and goes from in Waterfall here. And yeah, it's taking me ages just to do this. Like, so anyway, where does she disappear to? Well, there's a minecart track in the background that she just happens to be walking across at the time. It's okay, I was perfectly fine. Like, oh, okay. Oh, I just realized that's the floor texture instead of the wall. There we go. Okay. Be right back. Okay. So we got a little bit of deformation here. Looks a little bit better. What I'm going to do is add deformation to the underneath here a little bit. Because of how this hangs. And then we should be good. And then I can do like the other section of the wall to make this area look a little bit better. I also want to do the pier as well, so I can actually see where the pier is. This massive track going around now. Is there also Jesus Sands? Oh, you mean Pope Sands? Oh, sorry, Bishop Sands. Okay, let's... go ahead here and do the walkway. So I think for the walkway I can get away with referencing this multiple times. So we'll do object, move that just outside of reach for the moment. And there we go. Empty. We've done all of that there, then I just need to do this. Which is going to be interesting, because I need to do it in a certain way. I'm going to need to repeat certain bits of it. Unless I literally make it rounded instead of the way that it is there. Because it's very flat because of the pixels. So if I just like loop it round. Oh, dude, I could loop it round some of the... Round like that, then it does a right angle. I could loop it round pillars, you know, like rock pillars or rock formations there. That'd be pretty cool. There as well. And then we've got the end of the room there. Okay, not too bad. This room is going to be heavy on effects. I can already tell now. Right, so let's do... Nobody saw that. Wait, what? Let's do chase. Nobody came. What a shame. There we go. Add curve Bezier. And then we'll bring that Bezier curve to here. What the hell, proof? Seriously? Okay. Let's take this. Place this here. That already looks like it's slightly off center, which is really weird. Can I like try and mess around with that a little bit? Because it looks like it's off slightly. There might be maybe a warp. Oh no, no, it won't work that the way that I'm thinking. I swear there was one that actually helps with that, but triangulate mesh deform, maybe? Nope. I swear there was something like that, but okay. I'll just have to do it by hand. Okay, there we go. Oh no, not that song again. I always end up hearing that one at one point. I heard it so many times. How was the fall? Okay. Now what we need to do is reference this a bunch of times along here. So for instance, we do Bezier curve for the chase. We do this, we go add curve, curve being the chase pier. Right, and then we take the mesh, set origin to geometry, place this here, go to the mesh, go to an array. Make sure the array is along the y-axis, I think? Yeah. So it's going to be like 0.9, probably. Yeah. And then... is that actually right or what? Let's find out. The array needs to be on the curve, which would just make sense. Let's try moving that now. There we go, it curves with it, but it's just off. I don't know why. Yeah, because every so often it's just... Let's try 1. 0.1? Ah. 0.12? There we go. That'll do, mate. And then if I was to change the direction of this. Oh crap. With the curve. Right, bring that all the way to here. If I change the curve, yeah, it does. It messes around with it. That's cool. Let's try 20, so make sure that actually, yeah, there we go. It curves. Right, I may need to jump off. I'm just double checking this and away I go. I'm just gonna quickly check and see how this looks. Oh, that isn't actually going that bad. Dude, I'm liking the way that this is looking at the moment. Just gonna quickly see if I can do a right angle with this. Oh. Give me another 30 there. And then go up. And then go up again. Let's see what happens now if I do this. We'll bring this back. Bring that back. Bring this down. If I bring that to another, like, 40. That actually doesn't look bad. At least not at first glance. Let's just quickly make sure. Oh no! Slightly skewed. I just need to potentially move that. What's happened is it's affecting the mesh at the edge there. I need the edge of that to be slightly changed. Needs to be more like that. Same with this side, probably. Let's check. Yeah, up there needs to be slightly changed. It just needs to not be a right angle, basically. If I can avoid right angles, then it's fine. Because right angles are bad for the geometry. But yeah, that's actually an easy way of controlling the pier there. And then I can just have that go all the way along there and it'll be all cool and stuff. It's so cold, so alone. Why is the channel so underrated? It's just because of a mix of content. But yeah, we got this in place at the moment. It's looking good. I just need to make sure I get over to that door. Anyway, I am going to get going. I shall see you guys later on. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed. So until next time, bye!